In the last episode, I polished the sill trim, fixed the rear power window, and fixed the door handle as well. Now it is time to do the brakes and some much needed maintenance. After sitting for years, the pistons had seized in the calipers. Since I'll be painting these, I decided to sandblast them first with the old seals in place. Now, I just used the old grease gun technique to safely push the seized pistons out. In case you didn't know, you can get grease fittings with the same thread as the bleed dimples on these old calipers. This way, you can pump the caliper with grease and the hydraulic pressure will push the pistons out. Ew, definitely a messy job, but someone's got to do it. Here are the rear park brake pads. This shoe has no pad left on it, and this one's kind of half there. They look like they just disintegrated. So, new ones are definitely needed. Nice. New rotors go on with some freshly repacked wheel bearings. I did install new shocks as well. And got some of the hardware replated, of course.
I used to look up at the stars and get jealous of the sky.
Good.
And I wonder what it's like to get to hold them every night. And how they first met.
New flex brake lines go on, and I got to use my new brake line flaring tool because I had to cut one of the old steel rusted lines as well. Nice to have the tool to make new ones. The new brake master cylinder goes on, some fresh fluid goes back into the braking system, and it's all bled ready to go. Now it's time to change the spark plugs and some of the old fuel lines as well.
Let's burn like the stars and leave it all behind. The start of a lifetime. I used to think the moon must be out of his mind.
Alright, so the valve cover is off. Now the reason I took this off is to inspect just basically the cams and stuff. But these are little plastic clips, essentially, that hold this oiler tube in. And apparently the plastic can deteriorate, and then this little oiler falls off, and then the cams don't get oil. So it all actually looks in good shape. Apparently the motor was actually gone through a little bit before it was parked. So it has new chain, new tensioner, and then I believe the cams were also redone. But this all looks, it's really sturdy in there, so I think I'm okay. Kind of an interesting design. I don't know how long they last, but probably good to check it every 5 years or something. I painted the air cleaner and got some stuff plated, and I think the engine bay is looking quite good. Finally, it's time to give this old Mercedes a good polish and some sunlight. The Mercedes is back on its wheels. It's been too long. It's also alive. Hell yeah. The interior of these cars is just beautiful. So, a little bit of a gloomy day here, but this is the first drive in, what, almost 2 years or whatever. In too long. So the air suspension seems to be working good. It's holding, which is nice. It's actually level now. The brakes work good. It seems pretty good. Oh yeah. This is awesome. Windows work pretty quick. Oh yeah. What a beautiful car. Hell yeah. So, it's actually nice that it is level now, which is sweet. I had to replace one little arm in the back, and then obviously my valve in the front. Thank you, Martin, for rebuilding that. He did an amazing job. Super happy to finally have it on the road now. So I polished the paint. It's single stage. It was painted probably in the 80s, but it came out amazing. It's actually quite straight. No complaints about the paint. I like the color too. It goes well with the brown. The interior of this car is also quite nice. I love the wood. Power windows all work nice now. Beautiful interior. Classic Mercedes solid doors. Awesome. Hell yeah. Yeah, thanks for watching. I think it's time for me to enjoy this thing now.